got to get away from this at some point because it's too out of control.
Tell me that again?
You got to get away from this at some point. It's too out of control, you know?
What feels out of control about just on camera?
Well, I mean, just, yeah, this right here, yeah.
The NFL draft can be dizzying. Still, in 2005, 6 of the country's best college players came to New York to ride the whirlwind.
What do we got, 5 offensive guys here and 1 defensive guy?
That's it. Just
I don't know if there's a message there.
Besides Aaron Rodgers, there was fellow QB Alex Smith, wide receiver Braylon Edwards, running backs Ronnie Brown and Cedric Benson, and cornerback Antrell Roll.
Hey, come on, let's give me a smile.
No question where the main focus was.
Good luck being the number 1 in the draft. It looks like now. We'll see. Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it.
The projection is 2 quarterbacks, pick them.
Obviously, Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith were the 2 quarterbacks. We felt that they were the 2 best players in the draft that year. That's something that we established early in the process.
And don't hurt yourself, okay? There's a draft tomorrow.
Everyone knows that quarterbacks are glamorous and camera-friendly. What no one knew was whether Rodgers or Smith would be the top pick.
Aaron Rodgers, you talked about a guy a week and a half ago. It looked like Aaron was going to be the guy. He said, oh, we'll have him signed maybe by the middle of next week, everybody thought. Then the organization back to Alex Smith.
He used to tell you one thing the night before the draft and another thing happened the next day. So, right now, I've kind of said on that nothing's for sure.
Even though all the conversation was about its choice between the 2 guys, to me it was never much of a choice. I absolutely thought the 49ers would take Aaron Rodgers.
San Francisco has the first pick. They need a quarterback. Guess what? Aaron Rodgers is right across the bay. They've seen him play at Berkeley.
This is a no-brainer. Like, I'm from Chico, 3 hours away, went to Berkeley, best quarterback in the draft. I mean, let's make it happen.
I know for me personally, the longer I went in through the evaluation, the more I liked him.
I remember the interview with Mike McCarthy, who was the offensive coordinator at the time. It was about 45 minutes, and I felt better about that than I did with all my interviews at the Combine and my interview with Cleveland and Miami that I'd done already that year. And I said, you know what? They have to be impressed.
In regards to his workout, I thought it was clearly the best, or one of the best workouts I've ever seen live by a college prospect.
I really felt like after my interview with the 49ers that there was no way that they wouldn't pick me. It was going to be a perfect fit. Me and San Francisco, my childhood team, and I was going to be wearing the red and gold.
Welcome to the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City and to the 2005 National Football League College Draft. The first selection in the 2005 NFL Draft belongs to the San Francisco 49ers, who are now on the clock.
Every player in the Javits Center green room harbored dreams of going number 1. But one of them had a very specific reason for thinking he'd go first.
But I know I asked him straight up what they were going to do, and he said, I think we're going to pick you, which I never forgot.
Tom Condon, the agent for Alex Smith, felt different.
What do you think? Are we going number 1?
So did Ronnie Brown's agent.
He thinks Alex Smith's going to go 1. He thinks Braylon's going to go 2.
I think most people had Alex Smith number 1 overall, but there were some people that felt like Aaron Rodgers was in the same conversation.
We thought that Rodgers was the better prospect.
Going into it, everybody said, oh, it could be this, could be that. No, it's not going to be. We're going to take Aaron Rodgers.
Number 1 pick, 2005 draft. The commissioner has the card.
With the first selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Alex Smith, quarterback, Utah.
When they made the pick, I was floored. I couldn't understand it then, and frankly, I don't understand it now.
I thought he was the best quarterback in this draft, slightly over Aaron Rodgers, and that's the direction, knowing the quarterback need the way it was, that they had to go.
Well, and now the pattern continues. 5 straight years, as we talked about, with the quarterback number 1, Alex joining Eli Manning last year, Carson Palmer the year before, David Carr the year before that, Michael Vick the year before that, and 2 years before that, Tim Couch.
Alex Smith taken #1 overall by San Francisco. So much debate. Is he the guy? Would it be Aaron Rodgers? Why is Alex Smith the right guy to go #1?
Well, no question he was the guy. And the delta between Alex Smith and the other quarterbacks, to me, that's correct, was significant. And I look at him and I see a polished college quarterback that projects well the National Football League.
We felt that, that Aaron was probably ready to play sooner than Alex was. But in the end, we were kind of saying with our developing team, we felt a little bit that Alex may be the little better in the long run.
I dreamt about being the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. So you can imagine my disappointment in 2005 when they decided to go a different direction.
Forget living his dream. Aaron Rodgers was about to endure a nightmare.
Forget franchise quarterbacks. Forget franchise. Aaron Rodgers will be solid. How far he drops is going to be the storyline of the day, but somebody's going to get themselves a fine, solid starting quarterback.
I think that everybody around the game thought that Aaron was going to go in the next few picks.
The question now was simple. How long would Aaron Rodgers have to wait? The first ever YouTube video was posted on the exact same day as the 2005 NFL Draft. While YouTube provided a new window into people's everyday lives on the internet, the draft offered its own human drama on television.
I'm going to ask each one of you guys, where does Aaron Rodgers get picked?
You know, we have this genre of reality TV. I mean, the draft was really one of the first instances of reality television, and that's as real as it gets, to see a guy have his dreams being squashed in front of you, in front of the entire country. The Rodgers green room moment is the most famous.
Aaron Rodgers, quarterback from Cal, continues to wait.
You have to feel for that human being. But it's like a car crash in NASCAR. Our eyes are also drawn to it, which is why the camera pans in.
This is television now. That's drama. Reality, first-round quarterback. The drama, he keeps getting passed on and passed on. Oh, the lonely odyssey of that player.
A couple of weeks ago, Aaron, you were the clear-cut #1. What's changed over that time?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you. I haven't changed anything. I think it's just perception of me or maybe needs of the teams at the spots. And I'm just, I'm not too worried. I'm excited about going to a team that wants me and making an impact right away. On the inside, there was a lot of disappointment, embarrassment, just thinking about, the hard work I put in and the disappointment of it not paying off in my mind at the time. As I saw, teams passing on me that I know I'd talked to and thought were interested, and players drafted who I felt like I was better than.
Troy Williamson, Mike Williams, Jamal Brown, Thomas Davis, Travis Johnson, David Pollock, Erasmus James, Alex Barron.
You start questioning everything from where you worked out to how hard you worked to the people you surround yourself with to leaving college. Very humbling.
On the left is Darla Rodgers, Aaron's mom, and she's being consoled by none other than Wilma McNabb. A little sympathy, a little consoling.
Once San Francisco passed on Aaron Rodgers, there really isn't another team in that top 15 that is enamored with Aaron, and that's why he's still sitting there.
And a lot of people did not have Aaron Rodgers as a top 10 quarterback. He has flaws. He has blemishes. The sampling of his throws deep down the field just were not there. That doesn't project well to the National Football League. I really don't like this ball position because I don't think it gives you enough whip to throw the ball deep down the field on a consistent basis.
Here's one of the reasons why Rodgers slid. First-round contracts at that time were not what they are today. They were onerous. And first-round quarterback contracts were even more onerous. So if you had a highly paid quarterback, i.e. Peyton Manning, you could not afford a #1 quarterback. And that was true of a lot of teams. As we saw Rodgers slipping, there's teams here that have a quarterback, they've already paid a quarterback, they can't afford to pay a #1 to be a backup. That was a function of the salary cap that doesn't exist today because we've rectified the problem with the rookie contracts.
We said if it gets past 16, the first spot you could go to is 24, which is Green Bay. I said, man, 24?
Well, I took a lot of heat especially from my buddy Rich Eisen prior to that draft, because I had Aaron Rodgers going 24 to Green Bay in my mock draft.
The Green Bay Packers select, and I hold my breath when I hear you say this, but go ahead and say it. The Packers select who?
At number 24, the Packers proudly step to the podium and take the successor to Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
How in the world does Aaron Rodgers drop that far?
Teams either didn't need a quarterback, didn't have cap space for a quarterback, or had head coaches whose jobs were on the line and probably didn't want a rookie quarterback.
The 49ers had chosen Alex Smith, number 1. Hours later, they would have the 33rd overall pick at the top of the 2nd round.
When Aaron began to drop as he did, we actually at one point started to talk, look, guys, if he gets to the end of it, do we take them both? And we actually had the conversation, hey, if Aaron's sitting there as well, do we want to pull the trigger on both of them?
Things could get interesting now for Aaron Rodgers, possibly Green Bay looking for a quarterback. No one's really sure how much longer Brett Favre will play.
About 3 or 4 days before the draft, I was convinced that the best thing to do if he got to us was pick Aaron Rodgers. We draft based on what we consider to be the best player available, or we try to. We weren't going to do anything crazy, you know, moving up and things like that, but we were just going to let the draft play itself out and hope against hope that it would work out. I told him at the time when I made the call and then told him we were going to pick him that I thought maybe some divine intervention had played a part.
With the 24th selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Aaron Rodgers, quarterback from California.
There you go. Oh, he won a lot of people in this crowd. They've been rooting for him all day.
Once I was picked, I think the reality of living out a childhood dream and, you know what, I'm in the NFL now. Let's focus on the positives started to kick in.
Some things are definitely worth waiting for. And Aaron Rodgers, quarterback out of Cal, had to wait almost 5 hours. What was this day like for you?
Well, it wasn't the easiest day, but yeah, it was a long day. Not a lot of things went the way we thought they'd go, but I'm just so excited about being able to go to a team that wants me and a team that I can learn from the greatest quarterback of our day right now, and I'm just excited to get out of that green room, and I couldn't be happier with the team that picked me and what next year and the years to come is going to look like being a Packer.
You know, it's kind of ironic, the guy that probably faced the most, if you want to call embarrassment, during the draft, the camera's on you and everything, and you're following is, you know, he turns out to be the best one in the entire draft. As it shows today, he made a lot of guys' careers just by that one pick.